Is it possible that you are blocking your healing? Recently, I've been watching the show The Super Nanny. Many of you have probably heard of this, but this is my first go around with this show. I know it's been around for a long time, but I really love it. And you might be wondering why I'm watching this when my kids are 25, 24, and 14. Well, I'm watching this show for one particular reason, and that is because I absolutely thrive off of, and get excited and inspired about when people are shown a better way to do life. When they learn tools and techniques to change a dysfunctional or negative or difficult pattern that's in their life into something blossoming and beautiful. Nothing fills me up more, which is probably why I do what I do. But in that show, Nanny Joe, excuse me you guys, I have allergies and I'm so itchy. Nanny Joe has to point out things that she is recognizing this couple doing. And in a couple shows now, I have watched people get very upset with her when she assesses the situation and shares with them what she's noticing. In a couple of episodes, the people get up and leave, or they start, no. I'm not going to sit here and have you say this, or I'm not going to sit here while you rip apart my marriage, or I'm not going to sit here while you, and guess what? She's not doing any of that. She's very calmly, if you guys have seen it, she's a very calm, very peaceful looking lady. And she's just, she's just sharing with them her observations in a very, very soft voice and kind way. And the people call it attacking. I'm not going to sit here and be attacked. In one episode, the people made her leave their house for 2 days. And then they brought her back. And they said that was really hard to hear. So, how do we block our healing? Some things we may not want to hear, but we need to hear. And those things might be coming from a best friend, someone who's front row and center of our life like that. It could be from a billboard. It could be from a book. It could be from a movie. It could be something that another situation we're watching. But here is where our true power lies. When we are courageous enough to say, that's me. I'm doing that. I am doing that thing. A lot of people feel attacked when somebody else is pointing out what you are doing, where you are going wrong, what you could possibly change in your life. And I hope to give you guys a new perspective about that. It takes a lot of courage and a lot of cojones and a lot of love to share a hard truth with somebody. You got to really love people and really be dedicated to people and your person, because a lot of people are like, I'm not dealing with that. I've seen that a lot. People, someone has a problem, the other person just zones out and doesn't care. They're all in their own head. They all want to be about themselves. If you've got somebody listening to you and they're really tuned in and they're trying to help you and they feel your pain and then you feel attacked, you're pushing them out. You're pushing the truth out. You're pushing wisdom out. You're pushing experience out. Those are the very things that are going to help you transcend your pattern. So I'm going to invite you, the next time somebody calmly and kindly, I'm not talking about if someone's yelling and screaming in your face, points something out to you and says, you know what, I can see this, or I can see that, or have you considered this? Pause for a minute and let that sink in. Don't automatically jump to attack and defensiveness. Let it sink in. Process it. Is this true? Your ego's want to fight you. It's going to want to fight you. It's going to be, oh, it's not true. That person's being mean. But you know what? Your heart knows. Your spirit knows. If you just sit there with it and you notice that something's true for you, you have just raised yourself up a level of healing. You have just started yourself on your path. You have gone from this bad trajectory of the same old pattern to a healing trajectory. Even if you haven't taken any steps forward yet, that's to be determined. But you already switch yourself in the direction of healing when you can own what is you. I know you guys can do this. You know why? Because you're listening to this video. That already tells me that your heart is opened and your mind is opening. Both parts need to be open. And you're getting there. Either you're there already and you're like, yep, that's me. I block things. I think everybody's attacking me. Or you're like, I kind of do that. Or you're like, oh, hell no. But I like to think that if you guys are watching this video right now, that you are open because you are looking for answers. And when we look for answers, the universe provides. All right, you guys, I hope you got a lot from this video today. If people are trying to share some truth with you, number one, you don't have to own it if it's not true. But don't feel attacked. Ponder it. And then respond back with an answer that is true for you. Don't block your healing because universe is trying to help you. The minute you ask, help me, I need help, the universe is going to start lining things up and setting things up for you to help you start to heal. But you can block it if you don't like what you're seeing or hearing. Okay? Open heart. Open mind. Let it in. All right. Much love, everybody.